just want to give a little update for my seasonal job here in Naknek, Alaska on the salmon tender boat. Last video I showed a little bit around the boat and kind of how we prep the boat, icing up our holding tanks for the fish here and that. And in this video I just wanted to show you kind of what I'm actually doing for the job. I'm operating these yellow cranes that you see behind us. It's a three-man crew on this boat. Got the captain, me, and another deckhand, and there's two cranes. I operate the one on this side, the other deckhand operates the one over here. And really the job is simple. It's all hydraulics, so it's really not that hard of work. Physically, it's more of a mental focus, mental strain than anything. So the job is quite simple, like I said. I basically stand over here where the controls are, and to bring this crane over, this contraption you see here is a digital scale that weighs the brailer bags of salmon we take from the fishermen. This is called the pelican hook. This is what the fishermen's deckhands will hook up their brailer bag. They call it a brailer, the bag that holds all the salmon. They've got multiple brailer bags in the deck of the fishing boat, sometimes up to 15, and I send this hook over, slowly bring it over, careful not to hit anything on their boat. I drop this line down, and then their deckhands can hook up their brailer bags to this contraption here, the pelican hook, and then I can bring it up from their boat, slowly bring it over, make sure it's not swinging much, make sure I don't hit anybody or anything, get it over the holding tank there, and that's where I'm going to get a weight. I have to spin the bag around till I can see the face of the scale, let it settle, get an accurate weight. I have a little book that I can write the weights down in, and then once it's over the tank, I lower it in there a little bit, and then I pull on this rope. See if I can do it. That releases that hook there. The whole brailer bag just dumps. So it's quite a clean operation. I actually don't even see the fish. They're all contained within the bag. There's a little bit of gurry slime that kind of drips out, but other than that, it's a clean operation. Fish go into the tank. I raise this back up and then hook the empty brailer bag up on there, and then I get a weight of the brailer bag. That's kind of a tare weight. We subtract that from the weight of the fish that we got. Then I send it back over, they take the empty brailer bag off, and repeat the process. So it's really pretty simple, like I said. It's just, you know, doing the same thing over and over. And it's not that long of a shift per fishing opening. We usually are taking bags for only about 4 or 5 hours straight at a time. And then there's usually a couple hours downtime between we take our load of fish in these tanks into the cannery to unload. And that's due to the tide. We can only deliver on high tide, and it usually works out to where we're finishing up taking fish and we need to wait a couple hours for the tide to come up so we can dock and unload. And at the cannery, there's a little process that we don't have much part of. They have what they call the beach gang, a group of, I think, about 4 or 5 guys that come out and use high-pressure water hoses to help assist the fish. There's some gates on these tanks here. We use these crank levers here, and there's some gates at the bottom of the tanks. They open up and the fish come right out of there. We got a guy over here with a high-powered water hose, and he'll spray to help fish slide along this alleyway out a gate on the side of the boat there. One of the beach gang guys will actually jump right into the tank with the fish and help shoot them out there with some water. And then there's an elevator at the end that the fish go into and slowly go up and go right into the cannery. And that's the process. It's pretty quick from the time we take the fish from the fishermen to where they end up in the cannery and are being processed to assure the freshest fish possible. So it's been quite an experience, guys. This is something I never thought I would do. It's been interesting to get a glimpse into this industry. I'll probably share my thoughts and opinions on that more in a future video. I had some questions about how I got this job. The captain of this boat, he's been coming out here. He used to do the position that I'm doing. He started, I think his first year was like 33 seasons ago, and then moved up to a captain, and he's been the captain of this boat, I think, for over 20 years. And he's a subscriber of my YouTube channel, has been for a couple years. He has an interest in RVing and travel and that. And yeah, he reached out to me, saw some of my other videos about the seasonal jobs I've done, the sugar beet harvest, operating the skid steer, and thought that I would be a good fit. So he reached out to me through email. I actually initially declined the position. I thought it would get in the way of my travel and my van life stuff and uploading videos, and then I thought that was kind of a silly excuse, so I got back to him a week or two later and asked if the position was still open, and it was. So here I am. We have only got about a week and a half left. It's going to be wrapping up soon. I'll be flying from Anchorage, Alaska back to Maine where my van is stored. Just really grateful for him reaching out to me. It's been a pretty neat opportunity. Great to get to know him and the other deckhand. And yeah, very, very interesting for sure. So I'll be going back to Maine, finishing up exploring the state of Maine for the rest of the summer. And I'm going to be doing some remodeling right away. I'm going to remodel the kitchen area in my van. Hasn't been working out quite the way I'd like, so that's on the plans there. So yeah, just hope everyone's doing good out there. I really appreciate all the positive feedback, all the support. I know a lot of you have mentioned that you've missed my normal upload schedule, and I really appreciate you being patient. I'll be back to my normal schedule soon. I hope you all are doing very well out there, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Peace.